Hello, welcome to Cocoknits. As I am back to traveling a bit more with my knitting, what I felt would be really helpful is we're calling it the Project Wallet. And what I do with this is at the beginning of a project, I go through the list of materials needed and I preload my project wallet with everything I'm going to need for that pattern. This is the washable craft fabric. It's very, very sturdy. It will feel more and more like leather the more you use it. The buttons are Corozo buttons. It is known as vegan ivory. It's a nut that they don't harvest it until it falls from the tree, and it comes from South America and is a really good eco-friendly type of button. Once you have this filled, you can see it stands up. I can actually put this on the sofa next to me or on a little side table. It stands upright and everything I need for this pattern is in here. So let me show you everything I've got in here and the various pockets. Tape measure, nice big pocket for anything like that. The next little set of pockets are skinny but tall. If your DPN or anything else is too tall for that, put it sideways in a wider pocket. These pockets are going to be tall enough to store spare needles if you've got an interchangeable set, the long ones. And then I've got another big pocket, and so I've got all my spare cords in here and spare circular needle. The next set of pockets are also skinny, but they're not as deep. So if you put something not as long in there, it's not going to sink to the very bottom so that you can never get it out. When I was testing this little project wallet, if I had small things and I put them down inside one of these big pockets, it was hard to dig down in there and pull them out. And so this way I've got these guys that you can just pull out. In this one I have my leather cord and needle kit. I've got this on my maker's clip so that I've got all my cords together and my little needles stick right to it. But rather than have to dig down in there, I can just pull this little hanging folder up and grab whatever I need from in there. The next pocket is not quite as wide, and also not as deep. And so I can put something in there that this is my snip, little scissors or whatever, so that you can grab it pretty easily. It's not so deep. And this one also, I wanted to show how you can use your maker's clip if you have something that you don't want to sink down at all. Like I want this handy all the time, my little row counter, so I've got it clipped to the top of the pocket. And yet another hanging folder. This one I have all of my stitch markers in, and I always drop a magnet. So this is a magnet from my maker's board, and I just pop it down in there, and that way all of my stitch markers stick to it. So again, things that I want to be able to just pull this up and reach easily. I can fit it easily into the end of my craft caddy. I can put it right into my knitting bag. It doesn't take up that much space, but it's literally every little tool I'm going to need for specifically the project I'm working on.